Our health and wellness expert, Stephanie Erickson, back on BT this morning to talk about something very important, because I know you're all on social media and we have this thirst for likes and views. And are we even sharing our real lives, right? That's another one of the questions.
Hang on, let me finish my
Oh,
text.
sorry, go ahead. I'll wait for you.
Yeah, so exactly. We're all like online all the time, and there's great things. Like I see what my cousins are doing, you know, who live in another country. There's some great things. But this feeling of like chasing those likes, those follows, those views, subscribers, creates this anxiety of like taking these arbitrary numbers. So somehow if I have this much engagement, I have this much value. Not good.
Not good at all. Not good for our mental health, right? For our well-being.
Exactly. So let's talk about how it's not good for our mental health. Love this article from Alice Walton on Forbes. The point that I want to talk about that she brings up is that comparison, right?
Right.
So question for you, Derek. Did you post your last fight with your wife?
I did not. And you know what? It's interesting because we only post the best of ourselves. Not everyone. I mean, there's some people that are out there doing it. But I mean, for the most part, that's what most of us are doing.
That's right. And then we're comparing our lives with this life of travel and adventure and accomplishments. And we're not posting those things that are really happening also at other times in our lives, the negative stuff. And so it gets this feeling of like, what's wrong with my life? You know, why is my life not as good? And the other point that she makes is about social connection, is that we're somehow saying if we have friends, then we're social. But we're not. It's this, right? It's the connection face to face.
We've talked about it in the past, how important it is.
So I sat down with Sandra Reich from the Montreal Anxiety and Depression Clinic, excuse me, and this is what she had to say about it.
Cool because you're connecting with others. But the problem is when people like a post, there's something in our brain called dopamine that gets released. It's the reward center of our brain, and it's also linked with addiction. And a lot of people start to rely on it, and then, yes, your self-esteem can get attached to it. Where it's really hurting people is if you're spending more than 30% of your time on social media, there's a definite link with an increase in depression and an increase in loneliness.
Dopamine, right?
Exactly.
I don't know if you know a professional speaker, Simon Sinek, and he compares that to alcohol and drugs. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of addiction.
I know, and we need more and more and more. We can never get it, and then all of a sudden we're feeling depressed and unhappy and lonely. The more time we're spending, it's actually having the adverse reaction.
Can we do anything?
Yes, of course I have solutions.
Good.
Okay,
Been
so
waiting for this.
I love the title of this, Defeating the Social Media Blues. Okay, totally typical things that we would all know. You want to turn off your notifications. You want to schedule a bit of time to not be online. Try not to read the comments. Super hard to do, but if you can, don't read the comments. But the point that I love that this article makes is live life with your eyes and not your camera. So don't experience something wondering what that picture is going to look like. Experience it because you're experiencing it.
I went to see Michelle Obama speak, and the woman in front of us recorded the whole thing. Like, she stared at a phone. Michelle Obama's right there on stage.
Same thing happened at Pink. I saw people like on Facebook during the Pink concert. I'm like, what are you doing?
Stephanie, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Great advice for our viewers.